Yeah.
Let's go to the first slide of the day. This is data released over the European session. What's caught your attention this morning?
So we'll start with that China manufacturing PMI. The number for July came in, this is the final read, by the way, that came in at 47.8. So that was well below both the preliminary read, which itself was low at 48.2, and the forecasts that analysts had of 50.2, which was bang in line with the prior read of 50.2. So, yeah, another disappointing number out of China. Remember, we had that...
Anything over 50 is...
It's expansionary, yeah. But anything below that's contractionary, and obviously, you know, a read of 47.8 is well into the negative read. We had that 7% GDP number from China, which nobody believed.
Yep.
You know, this is probably leaning towards that, the theory that things are actually worse than they might have seemed, and that, you know, growth in China is probably at best 6.5%, maybe lower. So, pause for thought there. It's a big day for PMI data across the globe, actually. So not only do we have PMI data out in the Far East, but also here in Europe. We'll start with the German manufacturing PMI for July. Came in at 51.8. The forecast figure of 51.5, so better than the consensus, but still below the prior read for June of 51.9. So that's not, it's good, but not sparkling, shall we say.
Yep.
And then in terms of the same figure for the Eurozone as a whole, came in at 52.4 versus the forecast of 52.2, but once again below the prior read, which in this case was 52.5. All I'd say about the Eurozone number is, and you know, market compile this data, so I bow to their greater knowledge, but I find it hard to believe that the Eurozone has got a reading of 52.2 when Germany slightly undershoots,
which
and France came in at something like you know, 49.6, so contracting as well. So the second biggest economy is in contraction as far as this measure is concerned, and the biggest one is showing a declining read. Anyway, those are the numbers we were given. That's what we must take at face value, even if we're not entirely certain of the sentiment. And then over here in the UK, our own PMI.
The best number of the lot.
Yeah, July's number coming in at 51.9, well above the forecast of 51.6 and the prior read of 51.4. So probably another tick in the box for the hawks on the MPC, if they follow this particular data point,
yep.
that is. But certainly more hawkish than dovish as far as interest rates are concerned.
Understood.